everybody. Welcome to episode 749, Ice Storm edition of FloWrestling Radio Live. That's right. There's icy. The weather is inclement here in Central Texas. So we're doing the show from home base, JD and myself and our producer, Tyler. We're going to keep bringing you all that wrestling stuff. Ben Askren's here. Most of our listeners are like...
Stay at home.
Listen, one, this is a request from Katie Piles, and I'm sure she has her reasons. Two,
What?
It's fine. It's fine. We're gonna do the show. We're gonna say the same words that we would say here.
Guys.
Two, it is probably pretty funny to people from like the Northeast. Like most of our listeners are from like where Ben's from and the Northeast, and yeah, it is kind of a joke. But the tree, I sent Tyler a picture of our tree as proof that
Tyler, can we see this thing?
Yeah, he can pull it in
we need
at
proof.
some point.
Oh,
yeah, give him a second. He's balancing a lot of things right now. Okay,
is that a cargo plaque behind JD's head? Because that's kind of what it looks like a little bit.
Oh my
gosh!
No,
it's not.
What is it?
See, it's just like a little shelf thing.
Okay, a little shelf. Dang, I'm
not Bruce Baumgartner. You ever seen him do interviews? He just has like all of his 50 stop signs behind him, just flexing.
Yeah,
the man won a lot. He did.
Reese has Reese has got about 8 or 9 also, I think.
Reese? Oh, Reese Humphrey.
Hey, he's not satisfied. He's going to win old man's divisions and whatnot because he wants more beach wrestling. He's kind of trying all kinds of things.
Good for Reese Humphrey. So we got some AJ Ferrari updates from our guy Adam Engel. Why is this tweet not loading? JD, can you read it? Because it's not loading for me. I have the GS, but we're having a internet issue.
Adam Engel just said AJ Ferrari is getting better every day. Still some soreness in areas, but he's been up and around. He's been to Gallagher Iba Arena getting treatment. That's from John Smith.
So that's good news. Very good news from Coach Smith. I don't know. That sounds like his treatments are more, you're going to Gallagher Iba to get treatments like athletic training type of treatment. It's not like, serious medical problems at this point. Mm-hmm. I'm sure he is probably still sore since he was in a head-on freaking car crash. But who knows what that means? I wonder at what point they'll have like an idea if he could come back. I haven't even heard like a rumor of AJ's.
Yeah, you feel like there'd be discussion because that just seems like something AJ would do. Like big car crash, no problem. We'll be back in 3 weeks. Something to that effect. We lost CP. He's gone. JD, we get to get out of control right now. JD. Oh man, this show's struggling because I didn't see JD's eye right now on Facebook. That's it.
It's on you, Ben.
All right, it's on me.
Hey, John Smith also said, John Smith also gave some love to Keegan in his press conference yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate him, but I'm significantly biased, so it's pretty cool to see some other people appreciate him also. I know he's really excited to wrestle Travis Whitley because they had a super close match last year at NCAAs. So I'm excited to see that one too.
That should be a good all-around duel.
Yeah, I mean, Oklahoma State coming off 2 losses, Northern Iowa, Iowa State. Missouri has not been great this semester. And, 2 teams that we thought Oklahoma State may be challenging for a trophy. I think Missouri's a little bit below that level at this point. But we thought they would definitely be better than what they are right now. Did I lose JD too?
Is Sunday.
No, I think Saturday 2:00. I believe it's Saturday 2:00. Which is when Iowa. Is that when Iowa Wisconsin is also?
Yeah, we get some good random Saturday duels. Normally it's just Friday and Sunday.
Was Iowa Wisconsin originally a Friday night? Because I feel like it was.
I thought it was too. Bray and me were having this discussion yesterday, but I don't think it was. I think it's always been scheduled for Saturday.
Okay. Yeah. Yep. Mizzou. Oh no, Mizzou is Sunday at 2 p.m. I thought it was Saturday at 2 p.m. I got it wrong.
And Iowa, Wisconsin is going to be closer than you think off the top of your head. There is a
How do you
chance.
know? How do you know what I thought? There's a chance of what?
There's a chance Wisconsin pulls off this upset.
Yeah, I think there's a chance. I think it's going to be tough though, because when you go 33-41,
It would be
obviously
tough.
it's those are kind of long matches. And then given 74 would be a long stretch, 97 would be a long stretch, and heavyweights are probably a closer one with that 5, right? And then on top of that, on top of those 5, I was still favored at 40, 49, 57, 65,
Not 49.
maybe 8.
I bet. I say Gomez is the favorite over Murin.
Gomez is above now. You're right. Gomez is above Murin. So Young, Marinelli, Assad is probably a little higher than Weiler.
Yeah.
And then
They would need everything to go their way and pull off an upset we don't see coming. But
yes,
like
it's possible.
Off the top of your head, you're like, Wisconsin has no chance. Like if you're just like thinking about it, but like walk through it. Eric Barnett versus Ibarra.
Well,
Barnett,
Ibarra, he should win by major, I would think.
Yeah, I mean he majored Pat McKee.
He's pretty good on top. And he's pretty good on top.
Maybe he can lock up a cradle.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the only thing is he doesn't really have a good leg attack, so potentially Ibarra could evade him for a while, kind of like he did Hildebrandt, right? That was what happened in the Hildebrandt match. But, yeah, he's at a significant disadvantage. But, yeah, and then you go 33-41. I mean, if Iowa's guys haven't been getting bonus, but they could potentially get, if we're talking Ironman and DeSanto of last year.
I mean, I think DeSanto's getting bonus here no matter what, but it's can Berwick keep it?
You said no matter what. Wow. But don't you remember DeSanto just had the close match against the Minnesota kid?
Yeah. I mean, Gleba's tough, and that was like the weekend DeSanto then set out. So I think something was off with him that weekend. I mean, Zargo, the way Ironman's been wrestling, I expect this almost to be a decision.
Yeah, 49. Zargo's been wrestling decent. He's had a couple okay wins, and Ironman hasn't been great, obviously. Though Ironman, that's what we saw last week, and was better than the Ironman we saw earlier in the year. So you never know.
There's a difference between wrestling good and that, like blowing everybody out of the water, and then not having a close match with the top guys. Like even if you're a really good guy, not wrestling your best, you're still going to wrestle those top guys tough. Even if you're not blowing out lesser opponents. Garrett Model could absolutely beat Garrett Young. He just beat Brayton Lee like a week or two ago.
Yeah. But then, so
So
obviously,
and Hamiti would need to win.
Counterpoint to that is Garrett is 11-8. He's got not that great of a record. His big win is Brayton Lee. And then besides that, it's hard to find a win that's ranked that high, all that high at all. So it's possible.
But Caleb Young is not wrestling his best this year. I feel like that's undeniable.
Not great. But he's still winning matches, though. I mean, he got like 3 losses.
He's also getting majored and pinned.
No, he's got 5 losses. What the? I'm way off. Wow. All good dudes, though. He lost Quincy Monday, number 7, Carr 2, Humphreys 5, Brayton Lee, and Ed Scott. Those are they're all good dudes.
Yeah.
I'm back, boys. I apologize.
Hey, we got him.
What happened?
My computer briefly exploded, but I unexploded it, so we're back. I guess you finished John Smith stuff with AJ, and then he loves Keegan. How about that?
That was awesome. Now we went almost all the way through. We went almost all the way through the Iowa Wisconsin, but I bet you're gonna want to start over, aren't you?
We don't have to start over. I have my thoughts ready to roll.
Go hit it.
Barnett big against Ibarra, I think.
We call
Probably.
that.
The thing that'll be interesting is Barnett's kind of he's dangerous in exchanges, and Ibarra is going to try to eliminate those by not doing anything. But if Eric gets on top, he could do a lot of damage. So I don't know. I don't know if he can force. I don't know if he can force the issue as much on his feet. He maybe could. Jesse has the pedigree to make that difficult, but I don't know. Berwick's gonna get dominated by DeSanto, I think.
Yep.
He's gonna lose the margin of victory. I'm not as sure. 41, Jaden. If he's not bonusing, he may not bonus Zargo, but he certainly should.
Yeah.
49 is really as cool as 65 is. I am curious for 49 because Murin's going to make life difficult for Gomez because he can really hand fight with him. But it just feels like
best case scenario for the Badgers, Gomez is able to lock up double overs, send him to his back.
Well, yeah,
which would be surprising,
but that would be best case scenario.
Yes, pinning someone is best case scenario. But I would say I think this is gonna be a slower match. I think his hand fighting is really gonna be effective against Austin. I see this as probably a 1 to 2 takedown match. I don't know if Max could get it though. I fully expect Gomez to win this match.
So I think it is. I mean, one of the things that I've noticed on Gomez quite a bit is he's good at scoring off reattacks. That was the Yaya match. I believe that was how he scored on Ridge Love It the first time. And now, Murin is someone who does not pull the trigger a whole bunch. He's gonna, and it's, who else loves Max Murin? P.S. Besides Shane, maybe not as hard. Matt McDonough was sporting a Max Murin shirt the other day. He was at the duel. He loves him.
Man, I didn't know there were Max Murin shirts to be purchased in the first place.
I did not either. You should get Caleb one for his birthday. But I think Max Murin is going to take 2 shots this match, right? And he tries to take a couple shots and make them count. Like he's not going to be firing off there, and so that could maybe limit the reattack potential of Gomez. I think this is a 3-2, 4-3 match. Like I don't see whole points going up on the board.
He is good at reattacks, but I don't know if he's quite as reliant on them as you say. I know in the Yaya match that was how he was scoring. But I'm pretty sure against Ridge, he just fired off a single leg and got it. I don't think that was off of a love attack. Then, of course, he got the upper body exchange, which was really fun. Yeah. I don't think we'll get to those scenarios against Max. I think he's going to avoid it and try to make it about leg attack exchanges. I don't see either guy riding the other. The question will be sometimes – or here's one thing to be aware of. Austin, for some big matches, he comes out like a crazy person and wrestles insane pace and
fades.
He needs to be careful, and then because he does get a little tired at the end because he goes. It's like you are going way too hard. This is a completely unsustainable pace, and then at the end, it's like this is what happened. So he needs to be aware of that because Max Murin will be able to go. I mean, Shane Sparks could probably do better support. He's not going to get tired. God. He is not going to get tired, and Austin needs to be aware of that. If he comes out crazy and is only up like a takedown or something in the first period, it could definitely come down to a third period. Everything gets a little easier for Max in the third period. So just be aware of that because I've noticed that in a few matches with Austin. Like it's insane how hard he's wrestling. Parker does this too a little bit. He comes out, he doesn't gas or get tired at the end, but it's like what? Yeah. This is like a ridiculously high first period.
Yeah, Parker. I mean, not to get off track. I'm very happy with how he's continuing to progress because he's looked great this year.
Yes, yeah, he's looked fantastic. Then,
hey, the one match he didn't look great though. Christian was. Do you know Keegan Moore went to another college?
He won't stop.
Back in Oklahoma.
He won't stop going to different colleges. They were teammates last year.
I know. I don't understand. I mean, Oklahoma State, UNI, Oklahoma.
Yeah, I don't even know his ability, honestly.
Maybe he made Schwab have pissed off. I'd go back to Oklahoma.
That pissed off two
I
coaches.
feel
now.
like, I feel like he
That
did
equals
something in
one
Northern
full pissed
Iowa that Tristan Moran told me about, but I definitely can't. Maybe I'm totally making it up, so don't take my word for it at all.
Okay.
Because you know Tristan got bad rumors sometimes, right? CP, that's what you said.
Yeah. I love Tristan, but he's got the gossip always. You know how gossip goes.
He's always got gossip in, and he's right. We'll say he's right about 70% of the time.
It's better than some. Okay. So 57, Model versus Young. I have no idea here. Kind of. So Model's Tank is like probably his biggest asset, and that's a good thing to have against like Brayton, who can sometimes get tired, but against I don't know about Caleb Young.
Caleb Young doesn't usually get tired. Yeah.
No. But if I'm Young, I come at him hard, or if I'm Model, I come at him hard and see if he can hang for 7 minutes. But I expect a couple smooth. Here's what's going to happen. Model's going to do that, and then he's going to get countered and ridden a lot. And never turns.
Happen.
Yeah. So I see this. Then we made it back just in time. 165. First of all, we had no shade here, but I couldn't wait to listen to these Tom Brands and Alex Marinelli press conferences in the lead up for this duel. No one even said the words Dean Hamiti to Tom or Alex. It's like, how are we not asking
like yesterday?
about this guy? The press conferences were
2 days ago.
They were 2 days ago. But it's like, this is my point about the Hamiti, and this is my point, JD.
But that's a dereliction of duty from the Iowa media.
Well, yeah, I would agree. You got to ask. I mean, it was like all these senior night. It's like Alex Marinelli is wrestling this freshman that is absolutely on fire. Like, I got to know what they're thinking about that. But no one asked anything about Hamiti, which actually goes back to my point that I was making yesterday. Is like, no one's thinking about this guy. No one. This is like, yeah. If you listen to FRL and if you're like on the site, sure. But like, the vast majority of wrestling fans, including media, are not thinking about Dean Hamiti. And they're like not thinking
on him.
Like if he was wrestling Vincenzo Joseph or he was wrestling, a match like that, they would say those words. This guy, not that he should be in the Vincenzo category, but it's like it's a big match, right? So,
yeah.
With that being said,
I mean that's I feel like we wouldn't have gotten a good answer anyways.
No, but they would.
Right?
I think Tom would have said. Tom knows who Dean freaking Hamiti is, right? He would be like,
yeah. He
would give some sort of adjectives that he's tough or they like how he wrestles or something. He would say something. Alex would probably say it's another opponent. But it doesn't matter what they would say. So you still have to ask that. You got to ask. You have to try. Anyway, but maybe they're just not as excited about that match as we are. Maybe we're just massively overhyping this match. But I think it's
no, it's a great match. Probably the best match of the duel.
Yeah.
Right?
I would agree.
Yeah.
It has the most import, I would say.
I mean, we've seen heavyweight happen before, so that's not as exciting.
What kind of match should each guy wrestle, Ben, as you think about this match? Like what?
Well, yeah.
Go ahead.
This is what I said to you. I said the other night. It's like we haven't seen Hamiti against anyone of this caliber yet, and there's a chance. And I'm not saying it's a good chance. I'm saying it's a chance that he starts firing off shots and Marinelli starts hitting go behinds. Right? I mean, there's a possibility, and then it spirals out of control. Dean Hamiti, but then another part, the positive part for Dean Hamiti, he does have kind of a lot of weapons. He can do a lot of different things, and so that makes it hard to game plan against. If someone only has a single leg but they shoot it a lot, it's pretty easy. But he can kind of do a lot of things both offensively and defensively that make him tricky. He can do a lot of things on top. He has a couple threatening things like the cradle. So it's kind of tricky to game plan against him. So I think, as we almost always see, we're just going to see Alex Marinelli try to do what Alex Marinelli does. Dean Hamiti is going to beat him. You got to think, okay, how have people beaten Alex Marinelli before? And it's usually in the scrambles. right? Mackay, Shane Griffith. I mean, Alex Marinelli hasn't lost a lot of matches. We get down to it. And I don't think any of them have just went and leg attacked him and taken him down like on a regular basis, right? That's never happened.
No. I mean, Mackay got a leg attack takedown, I believe. I mean, you think about Marinelli's losses, like how razor thin the margins have been. Whereas the Griffith match was in overtime, and he had a great season up to that. The Chenzo matches were back and forth. The last time, or the time he lost to him in Carver, was like the one exchange throw. I don't think Dean's going to challenge him there. We talked about Mackay, the Logan Massa loss. Like, there's not been a lot, and they've almost all been close. Yeah. There were some his freshman year, like Evan blew him out the one time.
Well, yeah, I guess after the loss at NCAs, he did kind of fall off against McFadden and Evan, but that was probably more of a mental thing than a technical thing, you'd assume, because obviously Evans had a bunch more shots and never been able to do the same thing, unfortunately.
Yes. And we'll see how it goes this year. I do think one thing for Dean, I'm just going to interchangeably call him Dean and DJ.
What's he going to go by here? Come on.
I don't know. Well, maybe we should just go to the Instagram and see what he puts in the bio. I'll say he hasn't felt the kind of like leg defense that hip pressure that Marinelli has, and I think that could be a real
conflicting reports on Instagram. His handle is DJ Hamiti, but his name is Dean Hamiti Jr.
So confusing.
He's adding so I will use it interchangeably and feel nothing. Dean, until you set the record straight. I like them both, Dean and DJ. So I think
both great names.
I feel like he was always Dean growing up, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, college, you experiment with different names and stuff. It's you were going Benjamin for your first couple of years, as we all remember.
Hell no, I wasn't, unless they forced me to. I'm thinking about getting that legally changed still.
Really?
Yeah, I hate having to put an extra Jimin on anything, like signing when it's like, buying a building or something, then maybe write extra letters. Well, I don't want to write these extra letters. My name's Ben, damn it.
You want to talk about first world problems? Yeah, when I'm buying buildings, I have to write Jammin at the end of my first name. It is brutal, guys. It's almost like you want to buy any more buildings. It's like, it's not even worth the trouble anymore. Yes, I can buy them, but it's time to write all these names.
It's too many letters.
Oh my gosh. So I've kind of gone back and forth on this match, like who's going to win. And it's really tough to see a freshman Hamiti going into Carver on senior night and taking out Alex Marinelli. He's going to have some moments maybe in this match. He might get in. He might even get one. But I think in the third period, it'll go. This is just a tough spot for any freshman. It's a really tough spot for Dean. I think he looks respectable, but falls in this match.
Yeah,
I agree.
I think that's probably the most likely scenario, right? Obviously, if we were to handicap different scenarios that could possibly happen, I think that's probably the most likely one.
Yeah, because Alex is good underneath. I mean, really, Wick's one of the only guys to ever really challenge him from the top position, and beyond that, I don't see him getting it going on top against.
No one else has ever ridden Bull, right?
I mean, maybe Imar back in the day. Hard. Not really. Wick always did give him some troubles, but he's good underneath, and we haven't really seen him ridden. But great match. Can't wait for it. That's Friday, right, JD?
Nope, Saturday.
Yes, Saturday.
That's what we were talking about. We thought it was originally Friday and got moved, but JD and I weren't sure.
Darn it. So I'm gonna
Saturday's sneaky good this week.
Yeah, I love a little Saturday duel, except I'm gonna be at a tournament. It's kind of funny. Caleb's wrestling this weekend.
Nice.
Yeah. But plot twist. Well, there's multiple plot twists. One, any sort of wintry precipitation freaks everyone in Texas out, so they might cancel for that reason. But two, I come downstairs. This is funny. Caleb is the king of being when he's sick, he pretends he's not sick. So I come downstairs. I'm like,
Good for
It's
him.
more-
It's the opposite of most kids.
And he's just sitting there. Yeah, he's the total opposite. And I'm like, what's up? He's like, I didn't sleep good. He's like, and then he sort of starts to get upset. And I go feel him. He's burning up. So I take his temperature. It's 101. I'm like, oh crap, he's sick. He's like, he's like, I'm fine. He's like, I don't want to miss the tournament. I'm like, don't worry about it. Let's just, do things. So I give him some ibuprofen. Literally 5 minutes later, he's like, Dad, I'm feeling a lot better now. It's like, no, you're not. It's not how the medicine works. I'm like,
that's how that thing works. Gives you the power.
That's what I told him. So we'll see if he feels better. But he's like, I don't want to miss my tournament. We'll see. But yeah, so I might miss that duel, but I'll catch the replay for sure. I'll probably have my phone. He'll be wrestling. I'll just be watching him on the phone.
Saturday's Vito Glory too.
My gosh.
Ooh, nice.
We got a nice Saturday.
And then next Saturday's great too with Oklahoma State, Iowa. The bout at the ballpark.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Back. Focus.
I didn't realize. I'm looking up the Hamiti results. I'm trying to, because I didn't think so highly of him. I'm trying to figure out why I was,
Yeah, he was smashing
why I missed it. So did he smash everyone? Man, he smashed everyone at Super 32 this year.
At Super 32?
2020. Sorry, 2020. 2020 Super 32. Fall of 2020.
Are we talking about Super 32 right now?
I am. He smashed everyone. Matt Singleton is really good. He beat
the man 17-0 in Division I wrestling, and you're pulling Super 32.
Damn it. Yes, I'm looking at his old results. Matt Singleton's good. He whooped him up. Yes. No problem, Bubba. Yeah, I'm looking at old results because I'm trying to figure out how I missed it, Christian.
Oh, I don't know. He was last year. He was a revelation. I think there he had some other really nice performances, and just how he wrestles is what sticks out the most. He's just so aggressive. He's so varied in his attacks. A lot of superlatives for young Dean. Can't wait for that. 74 Kim Dog versus who's there 70? Oh, McNally.
I'm gonna go for McNally.
No problem there for the Kim Dog. He's been looking great. 84 Weiler's. The interesting thing is, there is a possibility for Wisconsin to get 5 if everything breaks right.
We talked about this, yeah.
Yeah, so like 84 is listen. JD is now a fiction writer. He did a
fiction writer.
Yeah, he does fiction because I walked by a whiteboard that he wrote for this duel preview, and he had it 1616 written up there. And I said, okay, this is a little change up for JD. The fiction.
Like I said, there's a possibility they got to get the right things to fall and pull off an upset.
Yeah,
it's a lot of upset.
I pick on JD, but and as David Bray has told me multiple times this week, it is you and I did not have as good a chance of knocking off Oklahoma State as Wisconsin does here against Iowa.
Hey, by the way, probables came out and they had 3 at 49.
Are they going Turk?
He was on the probables.
Vince Turk's back.
Stop. Next Marine's gonna wrestle, guys.
He might not.
So I'm saying they don't bring one starter. Gomez picks up a pin. Something else breaks. It's possible.
Yeah, Gomez pins Murin. Hamiti pins at Marinelli. You're in business. Simple as that.
Exactly.
Boom.
184 with Abe and Weiler is interesting because Weiler, who's been this could be his worst year that I've seen him have, and he's had some up and downs. But he
had a good win last week.
He beat Cochran, had a big win last week against Cochran, who's been really good this year. So it's like, all right, well, with Weiler, you never know what's going to happen. I think Abe matches up pretty good against him because he's so solid and fundamental.
Yeah.
Well, Weiler's he is a wild card for sure. But I can't pick Abe to lose to Chris, even though he had a good result last week.
I think that one's close to flip. So when you were gone, Christian, I said for Iowa, they were distinctly favored at 5 weights, 340, 157, 74. in 97. And then they were still a favorite, not at heavyweight 84 and 65.
Yes. Okay, so then we go to 97. Jacob Warner taking on Braxton Amos.
This one could be interesting, potentially.
It could be. What do you think about this stylistically? I feel like it's a really tough matchup for Braxton on the style side.
They both get tired. Warner is tough on top, and Amos has gotten ridden a bunch of times at this point. So that obviously, if there's an early takedown, that could be a huge vulnerability.
That's true. He did show improvement against Balsic the last time they wrestled. He either got away or almost got away or got a reversal or something. Something good happened to him from underneath. But I think it's going to be hard for him to get a takedown. And he's going to want to – Braxton's like really good hand fighter, taking ground. And I think Warner's going to have a lot of answers there for him.
Yeah. Yep.
Got to go with Warner here in a – not a blowout, obviously, but
definitely not a blowout.
Yeah, tough to see how Braxton wins here in Carver. Then heavyweight, there was a time where this was like, oh man, very interesting match, but Big Tone has sort of widened the gap here. And after seeing how he looked against Kirkfleet, even though that's like you can't expect upper body to probably play a role here, you would still have to say Cassiope's wrestling well and would beat Hilger yet again.
Yeah, I mean, Hilger's best win of the year is Laird 2-0. His best position, he's pretty good on top, and I don't believe he's ever ridden Cassiope. So, you're going leading Cassiope for sure. It was 8-0 at NCAAs last year. I didn't actually realize it was that bad.
Yeah.
9-1 at Big Tens. Oof.
2 majors. So that to me says Cassiopei's is figured a lot out when it comes to Trent.
Yeah.
So that's the duel. I don't see it going any way but Iowa. But Wisconsin has a tough team. They don't have a lot of like, whoa, this is a huge hole, right? They're pretty solid top to bottom. Good team. They're going to wrestle hard. Some fun matches. You're going to want to watch that one. There's a couple other huge matches. Man, you think about the schedule for Penn State the last 3 weeks. They go Michigan and Michigan State, then Iowa the next week, and now this week they go Ohio State and Nebraska Friday, Sunday. I think Friday, Sunday. That's tough wrestling. That's Big Ten wrestling for you. But that order is quite challenging that those would line up that way.
But then after this, though, they have no more Big Ten duels. So they kind of jammed them in because they have Ryder on February 20th. So, February 6th, Sunday. And then they have only one match, which is Ryder. And they don't before Big Ten's in March, which is March 5. So we got almost a whole month of no travel and one duel.
Wow.
That's nice.
That's really weird, isn't it?
I feel like KO has scheduled it similarly before, because he jammed these Big Ten duels where he did 2 the 7th and 9th. He did back to back there, and then he went 21, 23.
Big Ten schedule though, Oh,
they don't. You can't even encourage.
Big Ten says
really.
Big Ten says this is your schedule.
Really, because they did 3 back ends. So they did a 7-9, 21, 23, and then February 4 and 6 are all back to back, double weekends, which then obviously frees up some weekends later.
Yeah, I would have to go back and look at their older schedules to see. You're looking at 1920 before all heck broke loose. So what in the 1920 season, the COVID shortened season? Nope, I'm in this season. Hold on, go.
So you can't. You're telling me if you're a Big Ten coach, you can't move them around a little bit and say one duel is here, and you call the coach and say, "Hey, is there any way you could do this?" Say they did Michigan State in the same weekend. Like if they didn't have that in the same weekend, say, "Hey, we're coming to Michigan. Why don't you wrestle us on Sunday?"
I don't
totally out of the question.
I think as far as the Big Ten things go, you could schedule if they wanted to have a Wednesday duel against American, they could probably do stuff like that in the middle of Big Ten season. But your Friday, Sundays are, they send you your schedule. So in the 1920 season, their last Big Ten duel was February 15th against Ohio State. Then the next week they'd wrestled American, and then they were off till Big Tens. So it's just maybe a week earlier than normal.
Got it.
Okay, and that's talking schedules. Riveting. Do we want to go to picks?
Well, we better get going because we're already halfway through the show, and we haven't done any picks. And so you guys, I didn't look at it last night, but you guys put a whole bunch in there. It's my time to catch up, baby. Let's go.
Well, it could be JD's time to pass you. So if you're curious for the standings, you're curious for the standings. I have 73 and 57. Ben is 66 and 64. JD is 64 and 66.
JD,
so you guys are doing.
Is Christian changing his picks? Because listen, Christian, how'd you go? Listen, here's your record. Let me read this to you. I'm calling conspiracy theory. 1-4, 1-0, 9-7, 5-4. 7. You had one good week, 7-1, 4-5, 1-1, 2-2, 5-7. Like you sucked, and now all of a sudden you're making all these good picks. I think he's going in and changing it, JD.
Definitely not. Also, the show is art. The show happens. Everyone, you can go back.
You think I got time to go watch the archives?
Yeah, you don't have time.
I don't have time for that.
Jamming. You don't have time to write jamming at the end of your name.
Yeah. I don't have time to watch the
Busy
archives.
Ben Asker.
You might be changing them. You might be cheating. I don't know.
Absolutely not. Excuses are for wusses. My son has a sweatshirt that says that, and it is true. You're a wuss.
Hey, do you know how much fun? I was just thinking about this because Spay posted that clip of me going nuts about Insta-Death.
Yeah.
It would be so much. It would be so much fun. I thought of more reasons I like it. You guys want to hear more reasons for our picks?
Heck yeah.
Well, number one, think about this. I get an early takedown in the first. I ride you for like 240. It's my choice. Top. I'm going to insta-death you. Right? Ride him out. Crowd's going, yeah, choose Top. Insta-death him. That would be awesome. Number two.
Insta-death. Insta-death.
Seriously, the whole crowd would be chanting. It would be electric. Yeah. And then the other thing would be, you know what is so, and you guys are both going to say this is so freaking annoying. The one guy is up by like 6 points. He's very clearly demonstrated that he can ride the other person, but the other person chooses bottom because they know the top guy is going to have to probably cut them to give him an extra point because they got to try to take him down to get the major. It's like, oh, that is such an annoying pick. And so now there'd be riding time on the clock, and you'd be like, oh man, if I choose down, he might try to insta-death me. I can't do that. Like,
can you imagine Carver chanting insta-death with Big Toto on top?
It would be so awesome. It would be like the greatest thing ever.
That would be insane. And I don't want it to be like, it's got to have some, so winner by fall is like WBF or whatever. Like insta-death needs something else. It just needs to be like an X or something like extreme looking in the box.
Hey, like, Christian, maybe the skull and crossbones emoji.
Yeah, why not? Just
that'd be good, right?
The skull and crossbone emoji. We're taking
Christian,
wrestling. It can grow, guys.
We don't actually get to do this, which is really highly unfortunate. My wife's like, well, has that ever happened? I'm like, no, Amy, it's my rule that I kind of made up. Like, no one actually does it, unfortunately. She's like, oh, so it's never happened? I'm like, oh, no, it's not actually a rule. I just kind of made it up, but it'd be really cool. But you know what's real that's in our chat right now? We got a chatter saying that Ben Darmstadt is listed on the lineup the next couple weeks.
What?
With the Go Big Reds?
That's what he's saying. Kevin Sir says your godson Ben Darmstadt is coming back and is listed in the lineup for the next 3 meets where he was not before.
At 197 or 84?
I don't know.
Probably 97.
Well, you got to go do some research.
All right.
Yep. Everyone in the chat is pumped up. Listen, Christian, listen, you work at Flow. Can we just pretty please let me do this? You let me be the big boss, man. I'll be the MC for the event. Next November, we're going to freaking do an all-star duel with Insta-Death.
An experimental rule.
What do you think?
We can do it.
Experimental rule.
We could have who's number one. Classic. We could do who's number one high school with
Insta-Death.
With Insta-Death, yeah.
The problem is we need a big crowd because, the most fun part about it will be the crowd going completely insane when you get to 326 and you're climbing.
I'm envisioning like large sticks with skulls, fake skulls, or real skulls on them, and then like gung 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 gung, like very Temple of Doom. That's kind of what we're going.
Oh yes, this would be awesome.
These are the kind of things that are going to get moms really excited to get their kids in wrestling too. Just like
it really
skulls.
would. I mean, this could take us to the next level. It really could, though.
It could. All right. The chat is loving this. I just know it. They're loving it. Are you on the Facebook chat?
Oh, they're putting their emojis in.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow. Interesting. Oh, I'm so excited for Insta Death. You please let me run an event with Insta Death. I would be so happy.
There's no laws against it, Ben.
There's no laws against it. We can do our own rules. But the problem is if it's an all-star,
he says, wouldn't you hate to be the first wrestler to lose via Insta Death? Yeah, that would stink.
But here's the problem: is if there's if it's an all-star classic that might be too comparatively matched, like it's gonna be pretty rare. I mean, you have it happen like Dake Molinaro, where two high-level guys go at it, one guy rides another guy. But generally, it would be like the mismatch. And that's the matches we want to end. We don't like when there's mismatches and it's not all that fun. One guy's clearly better than the other guy. He's just riding him out to end the match. No, we want Insta Death. Yep. I want the bottom guy fighting for his life.
Maybe we got to up the stakes. Maybe there needs to be actual physical harm.
Actual trapdoor.
Actual trapdoor. Then they just have to be in the trapdoor section for the rest of the duel. They can't come out.
Yep. Can't come out.
You have to wait to hit the showers. All right. We're saving college wrestling. One rule change at a time.
Hold on. I accidentally forgot my charger. My computer's gonna die. I need to go get it before I make picks.
Okay, go get your charger. I'll make your picks for you up until that time.
Oh, but then when they're wrong, just change them so you get a better record for me.
I love this lie.
You might be changing mine to the wrong side because it's not like I remember who I pick. You might be just like changing them like, oh, I picked this wrong.
No, sir. JD could take away our edit access. I don't care. I'm gonna win.
I'll be right back.
Okay. So we'll tee up some of the duels. We're gonna do most of Penn State, Ohio State for all you Penn State fans, and a lot of Penn State, Nebraska, and then there's a ton of other really, really big matches all around the country. The biggest match of the week by far is Glory versus Vito. This is going to be fantastic. I have a lot of thoughts about this match, so I can't wait to get to it as we wait for Ben to get his stuff. Is there any match that, we talked about 65, Bull versus Hamiti. I'm not sure there's a other match that is as big as that.
You're going to plug it in.
Although I suppose Labriola versus Massa is a big one as well, but they've hit a few times before in the past.
Yeah, those two biggest ones are Vito Glory and Bull Hamiti. Those are two highlights for the weekend.
Agreed. So let's go to 65, where we're going to have Anthony Valencia versus Shane Griffith. Our odds maker, JD, who has been doing a good job. I've, navigated the odds very well, but you guys are right where most people will be with the odds, right around that 50%. That's where you're supposed to be. That's good. You're a little above.
Shut up, Christian. You're cheating. You're cheating. JD in the chat is hilarious.
Yeah, he is.
Just putting these emojis everywhere.
Yeah, he's a funny guy. And a great odds maker. Look at that. He's hitting the X.
Throwing the bones.
Anthony Valencia versus Shane Griffith. 3.5-point favorite for Griffith, the reigning NCAA champion. Last time these guys wrestled, it was a 7-1 win for Valencia.
And that was at Pac-12s.
That was at the Pacific 12 Wrestling Tournament.
That wasn't like a duel last year or even years ago. It was right before NCAAs.
This is a weird one. Yeah. I don't see the wheels coming off for Valencia in this match. I think it's competitive and close. I think it's a lot of points to give up. So I'm going Tony V.
Okay. I'm going to go opposite. After watching Wick and Valencia, it was kind of a bloodbath. I'm going Griffith.
Listen, that's all about Wick, in my opinion. Wick has been destroying people this year.
It was it 9-1 or 10-2, something to that effect? It was a major.
Yeah.
Yeah, 9-1.
See, this is the problem,
Hasn't
guys.
exactly been destroying people.
This is where I'm gonna be one up on you immediately to start the week. You need to start the week. You should just copy me it for the one. You don't want to start off down against me, but you're already both one further behind this one. Unbelievable.
I saw the video footage yesterday of Anthony Valencia at Mexico Nationals. That was a bloodbath.
Yeah,
but the other dude
got a lot of
sucked.
confidence.
Yeah, and he was doing flying squirrels and blast doubles and lat drops.
All right, I love it. Keyshawn Clark versus Cole.
We should stream Mexico Nationals.
We're trying. We
should get the rights as long as the Valencias go.
I mean, honestly, you guys should listen. Do one for America here, Christian. You guys should get the rights for Mexican Nationals and then pay like a bunch of dudes a little bit of money to go be on the Mexican national team. We got a whole bunch of more Americans going to Worlds. Mexico's got a good team. You got the rights. Everybody wins.
That's right.
Except America loses a little more talent.
No. We pick the guys who are like 5 through 9, somewhere in there.
They can still go to like Schultz and ranking series events. We just miss out on World Team Trials.
Someone else can handle that initiative. Keyshawn Clark, a 1.5 favorite over Cole Matthews. Keyshawn Clark, who is undefeated, but
that's why this match is interesting.
Undefeated. Oh
could have
God,
big
his bonus is
implications.
13%. Jeez Louise.
Here's the thing, though. When your schedule, when you take the Southern Scuffle off your schedule and you go to the David Lehman Open, you can end up with a 15-0 record. Okay, maybe he's taking a page out of the Ben Askren playbook, and
I would have pinned him. I wouldn't decision these dudes.
A lot of decisions here. I am running to the Cole Matthews plus 1.5. Give me that.
Well, you know what I like about Keyshawn's record right now? He has 0 1-point wins. They're all 2 points or greater, so I like that 1.5 spread. Give me Keyshawn.
That's a good point, Ben.
Let's go, Ben.
Oh my God.
Let's take out CP this week. I'm going Clark.
Take him out. Don't let him cheat.
Oh. Okay. Well, there is only one way to catch me is to go against me, but I don't know if those are the ones. But that is a good stat pull on Clark winning by 2 matches more. I think Cole Matthews looked pretty good this year. He beat Stevan. He looked good in the Virginia Tech match. Good counters. The thing is, I think this is going to be a really boring match because Keyshawn keeps it close. And Matthews is more counter, so we'll see.
Yeah.
They're both wrestling well. I'm excited for the match. Then we go to Penn State versus Ohio State. This is a at Penn State duel. 125. Drew Hildebrandt versus Malik Heinzelman. So Malik's, one of his Achilles heels has been getting off the bottom. Drew, good from the top position. 1.5 favorite for Drew Hildebrandt. I'll let you guys go first.
I think I like Hildebrandt in this one.
I'm wondering here.
Yeah, it's tough. Okay, so
it was a sudden victory 7-5 the last time they wrestled for Drew.
Yeah.
I feel like this could be,
I'm gonna go Drew. Also, I think this one could kind of go either way, but yeah, let's go Drew.
Yeah. I'd be interested to see what the scrambles look like in this match. Because I think Malik will get to his legs. He had the win over Ayala. Give me Malik. Oh, this is one
That's definitely possible.
Could be beneficial for you. Or I could widen the gap. Roman Bravo Young, a 14.5 point favorite over Dylan Kuntz.
Oh, why is this in here?
This
is ridiculous.
14.5. So
RBY. RBY's going to get it done.
You're that sure, huh? That's sure. They have not faced each other. Dylan Kuntz.
Who did Kuntz get beat up by last week, though? He got beat up by he got tech fall by DeSanto. He got beat by 11 by
Sandoval,
Philippi and 10
didn't
by Sandoval. Give me
Yeah.
RBY. RBY. Look, you better hustle for this tech fall. You better not pull an Aaron Brooks and not get me my 5.5 points like last week's. Last week's Aaron Brooks up by 5 points. Just get one more thing down, Aaron. I get 7 points. CP's crying.
No. Yeah, I'll go Roman. He could get the pin here too. Pins are allowed. It's gonna be in Bryce Jordan Center. He's a showman. He's gonna want to put up some points.
But he better.
Okay.
Let's go Roman.
Man, I kind of Nick Liebers, Dylan D'Amelio, same line, 14.5. My gosh.
Jeez.
No respect. I'll go Dylan. Dylan covers the 14.5. An ugly major.
I feel like that's the case too. Let's see. Dylan's losses: 4 to Ironman, 5 to Micic, 1 to Chad Red, 1 to Marinelli. He don't get beat up that bad. I'm gonna take D'Amelio.
D'Amelio, tough guy. Bo Bartley versus Sammy Seth.
Wait, hold on.
Okay.
My man got tech fall in 3 minutes and 12 seconds by Nick Lee last year. What happened in that match?
I don't think he was
He got turned.
Didn't count.
Well, he only lost by 12 the first time. He doesn't really get hammered by anyone else. He lost by 7 to Seabass. It's not like super competitive, but it's not a straight beatdown. Nick Lee's usually not like a crazy tilter at all either. He has a tilt, but it's not like obviously not. No one's like Spencer Lee, but it's not like uber dominant.
Yeah.
Oh man, do I want to change this?
You should. I'll pull away one more.
No, I'm gonna go D'Amelio. Let's fight hard. Fight hard Friday night.
Widen the gap. Okay, Sammy Sasso versus Bo Bartlett. 2.5 point favorite for Sasso. If we recall, this was a low-key close match last year in the duel where Bo took him down. He had a fast single or double and just took him down quick, but then Sasso sassoed. 2.5 points. That's very much in reach for Sammy. I think he gets it.
Oh, so you're just picking against Bartlett because he let you down last week, right?
No, I don't. I can compartmentalize.
You actually picked him to win. You picked him to beat Max Murin.
I can compartmentalize my emotions here.
I'm gonna go. I think there's a chance it's closer to 2.5, but I'm gonna go Sasso also. I don't want to say disappointed. I really was shocked that Bo Bartlett could not get off bottom against Max Murin. So I'm gonna say he does not get a takedown this time, and Sasso wins by more than 2.5.
Sasso across the board.
Whoa, straight Sasso. Jashawn Hubbard versus Terrell Barraclaw. Pick 'em, says JD. He has no idea.
Why are we picking on this one?
Barraclaw, go.
This is one. I'm just deleting this. No, I just deleted it. I'm deleting it. It's deleted.
Oh,
deleted.
man.
When you're watching the duel, you have a rooted interest each match.
That's a coward Ben Asker. No, you don't get to delete it. Make a pick.
Who's picking Jashawn versus Bearclaw?
We are. That's how nitty gritty we are.
My God.
We're serving the diehard fans, not the casuals who don't know who Dean Hamiti is. JD's going
a
Hubbard.
stretch between not knowing Hamiti and questioning Jashawn Hubbard.
You don't get a pick then. You don't get a pick. Just get that out.
Give me an L no matter what. I'm gonna go oh my gosh, who do I go here? I'll go Jashawn.
Man, you played yourself. Carson Karchla versus Brady Berge. 2.5 for Karchla. This is a scary line. This is a scary one because we've seen 2 Brady Berge matches. One where it's close, controlled win over Cam Amin, an All-American, and one where he just did not have. So does Carson Karchla watch the bull match and be like, I'm coming at this guy like a honey badger for 7 minutes, and we'll see what he's got at the end of it. If he does that, I think he could think the 3+ is super reasonable. But if he plays it kind of close and calculated, he's wrestling in the Bryce Jordan Center. It's a little wild. It's very Penn State. And does Karchla keep it a little closer? I think he's 3 points better than Brady Berge. But all these extenuating, these outside factors, give me pause. What do you guys think?
I think that using cardio is not a weapon in Karchela's arsenal. That being said, I still think he's 3 points better than Brady Berge. So Carson Karchela.
This man beat the bull.
Karchela.
This man beat the bull who just beat down. Styles make fights, but give me Carson.
Yes.
Karchela across the board.
Strachey, a 2.5-point favorite according to JD against Ethan Smith. I think this will be closer than that.
I agree. Dang it. We picked too many alike in a row.
Ethan Smith. I think he covers this. I think Carter wins by 2 or 1 points.
Yeah, this has 2 or 1 point win written all over it for Strachey.
In cursive. Caleb Romero versus Aaron Brooks. Brooks, a 2.5-point favorite.
Brooks is gonna win by 2. Give me Caleb Romero.
I got AB covering this. 3 or more. He's gonna get 2 to 3 takedowns, maybe rides.
Oh, come on.
Hey, we'll see then. This is great news for you, Ben. You're gonna get one closer. I think it could happen. I have a lot of respect.
I do too. It was super close against Amin. Brooks by 3.
All right. Dean versus Hoffman. Dean, a 4.5-point favorite. Oh, man. Here's the thing with Dean. He just at the end of the match, he can just rip you over for 4 and just completely blow things out of the water. I could see this happening. I could see that happening to Gavin Hoffman in a very close competitive match. I feel like I've seen Dean do. Now, I could be also thinking of it was Logan Massa that did this too. These Michigan guys they rip the leg off and take them over.
They love that bow and arrow.
I'll go Dean to cover here. I don't feel great about it though.
You and me both.
I think Dean's going to cover also, but yes, I don't feel great about it either.
Yes. Greg Kirkfleet versus Tate Orndorff. 8.5 for Greg. This is the most angry we see Tom Ryan during this one.
I'm going Orndorff for sure on this one. 8.5. Let's go Orndorff. Put that double thigh pry on him, baby. This is right up Tate Orndorff's alley. Body lock, double thigh pry. Let's do it.
Honestly, this is not an upset special. I'm not saying that, but upper body, that's where Orndorff's going to want to take it.
Specialty.
It's a specialty.
Yes.
I got Orndorff covering 8.5.
Yes.
I'll ride with Kirk just to spite y'all.
This is why you're sub 500, JD. You can't be fueled by emotions. But you got to remember, this is Kirkfleet was a Buckeye. Now he's a Lion.
They know all of his weaknesses.
That they do. There's a little knowledge there. I don't know if that'll play a role. I just think that's just too many points. Yeah. Gable Stevenson versus Luke Luffman. Is Gable going to wrestle again?
He said he's pulling up on all the heavyweights.
He's even pulling up for Luffman?
I think he was threatening Zare, maybe.
Okay. I think that was more Zare related. Is this in Illinois or in Minnesota?
I'm not sure, to be honest with you.
I'll say Gable Tex.
Gable. I'm just putting every Gable match in here, and I'm picking him every time.
Because he's trying so hard to protect these dudes. He's trying so hard, and he's so much better than them.
Yeah.
Hey, if y'all want to ride the roller coaster of emotions, it is Gable betting lines. Tyler, play this clip from the last watch party.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, God, this is going to be great.
It's 15-7, and he is not cutting him, JD.
Oh, but if he writes him out, he covers because of writing time.
What did you put it?
8.5.
You need this takedown. JD needs the takedown. Gable's got the major secured. Mason Paris in on the leg.
No,
Gable's trying to spin out for the takedown. Oh, he's going to do it.
Oh, for JD. Yes. Gets it done.
JD, pump for the line. Gable Stevenson pump for that takedown at the end. These guys are
Gable's the greatest wrestler of all time.
10
not
points.
friends. These guys are not
JD
friends.
riding high.
Oh
Yeah,
my
the betting line.
goodness.
That was funny.
Congratulations, JD. You are the big.
That
Big
was
winner,
funny.
JD. All right.
It was such a roller coaster for me in the last 20 seconds.
All right, 125. Killian Cardinale versus Kyson Terrakina. 2.5 point favorite for Killian. I don't think so. That's too many points. Kyson covers that.
Man, I don't like that I'm agreeing with you so much. I like Cardinal, but Terrakini has been really tough. I think Terrakini covers it also.
Probably
He
going to be
just lost to Prada. The only thing that's giving, I would say, a fully 100% healthy Cardinal covers this, but I don't know the status. I
His
don't know where he's
status has
at.
been ever changing, so I don't know.
I'll roll with my Cyclone Terrakina.
What in the world?
We're all Terrakina
Yeah,
down.
maybe that one will make me feel dumb, but also that clip makes me think Watch Party this Friday. Tune in.
Good thinking, JD. Good plug. Kate DeVos versus Dustin Plott, who is a 2.5 point favorite. Plott looking to rebound from his pinfall loss to Lance Runyon. I think that's what happens here. I think, oh man, I don't feel great about this, but I'll take Plott just in a rebound type of scenario. Like, gonna not be happy with how he wrestled, but DeVos
I was
is
hoping
tough.
you were going the other way because DeFoss has not been good lately though. He lost to the Central Michigan kid who's not very good.
Give me Plot.
Yeah.
Who you got,
Yeah,
man?
I wanted you to pick DeVos.
Well, I'm good at picks,
You take
as we
DeVos.
know,
Do
so
it.
I make
Just
the right pick.
Switch.
You're switching?
No, you switch.
Nope.
I'll
Chad
just switch
Red
it for
versus
him. I'll
Stevan
go
Mikic.
the doc.
Yeah, you're going to be the one that cheats. You're going to change my picks. Okay.
Wow,
Chad Red
Red's the
versus
favorite.
Stevan
Something we
Mikic.
wouldn't have seen coming into this year.
A couple of Indiana boys. I think their state championships are this week, so shout out to those.
No way, it's
These
this
two
early.
wrestle in the state championship, I believe.
1.5 favorite for Chad Red. Man, this is tough. I'll take Stevan.
It's so hard. Okay, good.
I'll take
I want to
Stevan.
pick something different.
Well, then
it's
pick
hard.
Chad Red. Pick CJ.
I am gonna pick Chad Red. I was gonna get to it. Be patient. Yeah, I mean, man, we've seen now. Mikic has lost to Berglund and Klebov. He had super tight matches with Matthews and Berglund. He had a close match with Klebov. I am taking Chad Red.
My initial instinct is Red wins this match, but I'm tempted to take Mikic with the 1.5. So I'll go Mikic.
Well, who's Jeff
Regular season Chad
Baxter?
Red.
Jeff Baxter really loves JD. He said, I'm thinking JD is the GOAT at Flow. Is this a friend?
He's from Iowa.
Oh, here we
That's all I
go.
know.
So's Ben, but no love for
And
Ben.
highly intelligent.
Ben's from Iowa. Highly intelligent JD. All right, so
Highly.
JD and I are going Mikic, and Ben is going Red. I'm hopeful for. Listen, I don't really care who wins, but it would be nice to get Mikic a win to get him back in that conversation because it's just gonna be more exciting if Mikic is a threat at 141. So
I would actually agree with that.
for that reason.
I just don't see it happening.
Yeah, we'll see. Mikey Labriola versus Logan Massa. Labs, a 1.5 favorite. Pretty sure these two had some battles last year.
Just one. And Labriola won big at Big Tens.
It was, yes. So, they didn't hit at NCAAs. I really thought that they did.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna go upset special. Logan Massa. We had Mikey Labriola lose to Garrett Nyhouse, and I know he's kind of all over the place, but I was impressed with Logan Massa. Who did he come back? He came back against Ethan Smith. That was a good match for him. Who else? Was there one other one that he looked good in?
Well, he looked good
Maybe
against Starachi.
He looked good against Starachi. I'm going Logan Massa.
That was my initial thought too. And I kind of remembered their Big Tens last year, but going with my gut, Massa.
Yeah, Massa's.
Maybe that's dumb.
this is not a lot of hesitation for me to pick Massa here. I mean,
Well,
I
you're
don't even know
copying
that
us.
I would say that. I know Labriola won, so you probably have to make the line that way. But in my head, this is a pick 'em, so I get value. Good
Oh my
value with
goodness.
Massa. All right, here we
We got
go.
so many more picks to make. We got to get going, guys. I didn't realize I
Bro.
didn't even scroll down.
We have 20 minutes. What are you? What's up, Ben? You
There's
don't
like
have anywhere to
19
be.
more picks.
19 more picks.
Well,
Well,
I don't
this
have
is the
an
most
immediate-
important one. Vito versus Glory.
Vito.
I'll pick
Give me
him.
Vito.
Wow, no hesitation. None.
Give me Vito.
Not a second
I'm so
thought.
impressed with Vito. I love Vito. Let's
Listen,
go.
I'm going Vito too. And I made my decision quickly as well. Here's the reason why. EIWAs, I don't know who I'll pick. But right here, right off the scale, they could be starting the duel with this match. I'm not convinced of Patrick Glory immediately off the scale. And against someone like Vito, who's going to come at him right away, that could be tough. So I've got Vito winning this one. It's just the first of potentially 3 meetings this season. I can't wait to see it. There's no way that this match is not exciting or full of exchanges because both these guys really wrestle hard in it. Very interesting style clashes. One of the questions I saw, it was either in the chat or in FRL questions, does Vito go under? And that is a great question. And I think if he has to, if he needs to, he will. But if he gets a couple takedown advantage, which was maybe far-fetched, maybe he keeps it neutral.
Hey, help me out
The
here,
fact that
Christian, because you know I struggle with this. Where do I watch this match at?
ESPN.
Hey, what's the name?
Haven't you
Probably
seen
need
all the
ESPN
promotion?
Plus.
They've been talking about it all week on ESPN.
Shut up.
So we're all going Vito here.
Yes.
If it was
Wow.
freestyle, I would have no hesitation. The fact that it's folk style gives me a little bit of pause. But Vito's, despite it being freestyle, has impressed me a lot over the past 12 months. So
I feel like the Prince
Dang.
and staff are going to gas up Glory with this, with our picks.
Cornell
they
is
probably
busy
will.
this
And they'll probably
weekend,
make us all
bro.
look
They
like
got
fools. But
Cornell's got Princeton, then Pennsylvania, then Drexel, all this weekend.
Dang.
big week.
Okay.
For the Big Red.
Max Murin versus Austin Gomez. Gomez a 1.5 favorite. Man, that's dead on line. That's really tough. I'll say give me Murin. Give me Murin there to cover.
Yes, I agree.
Gomez.
I'm trying to find this Ben Darmstadt thing.
Gomez for JD. Ben Darmstadt. He's on the Ben Darmstadt. Alex
I'm on the
Marinelli
Cornell
versus-
website. Let's go, baby.
All right. Alex Marinelli
hold
versus
on, hold
DJ
on.
Hamiti. 2.5 point favorite for the Bull. Ben, what do you think?
I'm just trying to find Ben Darmstadt.
Right, go on it. JD.
Why are we making this a 2.5 point favorite? That's a dumb line.
Too much?
Pick 'em.
Pick 'em.
Pick 'em.
What? Wow.
Well, you know what? Given the fact that I think it's going to go kind of a long way in one direction or the other. Like if Hamiti's better than him, he's going to be better than him, and he's going to try to score a whole bunch of points. And if he's not better than him, he's still going to try to score a lot of points, but it's going to work against him. So I guess, yeah, I think it's going to. I'm going to go Marinelli this one. And I'm going to say Hamiti gets him in the wrestlebacks at NCAs.
You said, hold on, just to rewind.
What?
You said this is
Rewind.
a pick 'em. You said this is a pick 'em, which means
Yeah, and then
you
I
think-
said, you know what? It's going to go big way to either direction. So it's going to cross the threshold. Okay.
Got it.
But it should
Got
be a
it.
pickup.
Got it. Well, shoot. I've been running and driving.
You've been leading
the
that
Hamiti
bandwagon.
train.
Let's go.
Let's go. Put me on it, DJ. This could be an opportunity for you guys to fall one pick behind. That's great. Nick Lee
Come on,
versus
Bull.
Chad Red.
Oh, I found it. Ben Darmstadt. Projected lineup, 197 pounds.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Army Army
Well,
is
you know,
alive.
Cornell lists a second person on every single weight class, though. That's kind of strange, right?
Keeps them
Weird.
guessing.
Yeah, I guess so.
Weigh
All
them all
right.
in. Nick Lee versus Chad Red. 2.5-point favorite for Nick Lee. I'd like him to cover that. Even though Red has wrestled Nick Lee tough. Don't forget it.
He has.
And Red is hard to blow out. So he's really good. But it is not March. It is February. And so I got Nick Lee covering this.
I agree with Nick Lee covering. Red has not looked great. He actually kind of, I don't want to say gassed, but he was beating up one of our Green Bay guys, Jagger Aish, and then Aish held it to, I think he held it to a decision actually.
Okay.
Nick Lee
Next,
by 2, so Chad Red covers.
Oh, okay.
Ridge Lovett versus Bo Bartlett. 2.5-point favorite for Ridge. What do you think, boys? Our boy Bo Bartlett's in every pick'ems. It's fun to talk about. What do you think?
I'm going
I
Ridge.
kind of
Just
feel
on
like
principle.
this might be a love it by 2. So I kind of want to go Bo.
He might turn him though.
Definitely a chance to turn.
I'll take Bo to keep this within 2.
I'm going Ridge.
Because listen, Ridge would love it. Wow, I didn't even mean to do that.
Ridge would love it.
If
Oh yeah, you got him.
if Bo shot, but Bo's not going to take any shots. He's a great counter wrestler against a guy who's, debatably not going to attack much. We'll see. So I think that doesn't really. It's not exactly in his wheelhouse. So that's why I'm taking Bo.
For me, it's can like Lovett get like a takedown, an escape, and a riding time point to.
Jeff Baxter, I don't have a
Well-
Virginia's for Lover shirt, although I do love Virginia. As you can tell by this shoe.
I'll go
Alright,
Bartlett
Bartlett.
might not choose bottom on Lovett because Lovett's a savage on top.
He is good. He could just lock up a cradle. All right, next up. Mikey Labs versus Carter Starachi. 2.5-point favorite for Carter. I think he's a 2.5-point favorite in both his matches. Against Labriola, it's interesting. I could see him getting a little tie-tie. I'll go Carter covers this one.
I also feel Carter covers it. I was super impressed with him. I was equally impressed with Kemmer's scrambling last week and hips, but man, Starachi was on so many good attacks.
Starachi by 2. Labriola covers.
Oh my
All
goodness, you got everyone with the by 2 when it's a 2.5.
Mm-hmm. That's okay. Eric Schultz versus Max Dean. Dean, 1.5 favored. Oh boy, this is a little scary. I'll take Schultz to
This
cover
is scary. Wow, so you think he's gonna win, or you think it's gonna be Dean by 1? Because those are the only options.
Yeah, those are the options, and I think there's a more than 50% chance that one of those scenarios happens. He either loses by 1 or wins the match. I feel like this is more of a pick'em type of thing. Good value with the 1.5.
Oh,
It's the right call, but you can't catch up with me if you agree with me. It's so tough.
well, the other thing here. So the other thing here is Eric Schultz is not super dynamic on his feet. He's a tough mat wrestler, and the guys, Dean has gotten taken down by Brucky. Caffey. Caffey's a pretty good mat wrestler, but it has some dynamic things on his feet as well. What?
Jacob Warner took him down.
Warner did take him down, who's also not super dynamic. Let's see. Schultz's only loss on the season is Stephen Buchanan. He actually has a lot of good wins. Let's go Eric Schultz.
Okay.
We're all going Schultz.
The Kirk Fleet versus Lance, 8.5 for Kirk. I don't know.
I think it's way
Lance
too big
is
of a line.
That's a lot
Yeah.
of points. There's a lot of respect from JD Rader to Daniel Gregory Kirk Fleet. I'm going Lance.
Yeah, wait, how much, JD, how are you making 8.5-point lines when he has got his butt kicked by Cassiope last week? And these
This man
dudes are
attacked
good. I
Gaston
mean,
Gary this year. He has blown some good wrestlers out. He attacked Gary, who beat Christian Lance, I'm pretty sure, this year.
He beat Mason Paris by 3.
Yeah, he beat Mason Paris, who's literally destroyed everyone. I think the line is fair.
He beat Lance by
Okay.
8 last year, and he has shown massive improvement.
Dang
all
it.
right.
I kind of hate my pick already. and it's at home. You're gonna get to eat like the Penn State ice cream or something. That might help.
Carver cones, baby.
Carver.
I
Need
never
some of
said he
those.
just gets to 8 though, and like wins by 8.
I never want to see another Carver cone again in my life after what I witnessed on my
After what your son did to that damn Carver cone.
gosh violation. Okay, Devin Schroeder versus Pat McKee. 1.5 favorite for Pat. No, says I.
Oh
Give me
man.
Schroeder. Give me Schroeder.
Yeah. McKee has been he has not been on fire lately.
Extinguished, perhaps.
You
You
I don't
never
know,
know with these.
extinguished,
Bounce
but
back.
kind of that's kind of when he
Bounce back,
pops
Pat.
up, right? A little bit. He's lost 3 of his last 4. It has been to good people: D'Agostino, Barnett, Soriano. Oh, I should probably take him to cover because he's probably due, right? Given the roller coaster that is Patrick McKee, and I need to win. I needed to choose different than Christian. So give me Patrick McKee.
Not a bad one to go against me because I don't really feel great about this.
Love it, but
Brayton
McKee
Lee
can
versus
be
Kendall
anywhere.
Coleman. The KC Stampede. Hard to get a read on either of these guys, honestly, this year. I have a historically, JD, what is the history?
Brayton Lee has won by, I believe, 1 point.
One match, 3-2 win for Brayton. Man, this is a tough one. I'm gonna say 1.5. I'll give me Kendall then. Give me Kendall Coleman to cover this.
Yeah,
KC
I don't know what I'm
Stampede.
thinking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't forget, Brayton just lost to Garrett Model, so he has not been the most on fire ever.
Michael Wolf is a 14.5 point underdog against Gable. I doubt this match happens, but give me Gable for the tech.
Gable for sure.
Gable needs a pin.
Gable,
Shout
this
out to
might be
Michael
the
Wolf.
match.
Thank you
This
for
might
your
be the
service.
match.
Yeah. Okay. Trevor Mastro versus Noah Certain. Mastro 1.5 favored. I got
Tiger
Mastro
style,
covering.
baby. Let's go.
Okay. And then Travis Whitlake versus Keegan O'Toole. 4.5 point favorite for Keegs. If you're having trouble getting off of the bottom position, this is not going to be your day. Keegan O'Toole covers this.
Dang it. I was hoping you'd pick the other way.
Bro.
Come on, pick against
I'm
him.
driving the
Just pick
train
other
too.
guy.
You're the
I'm
conductor, but I'm like on the caboose.
Keegan, let's go.
Okay. Jeff Baxter says, my parents live in Tidewater, Virginia, and uncle lives in Richmond. Those aren't even the good parts of Virginia. Imagine if you were in the Shenandoah Valley. Okay.
Are there
let's
any
go to
good
some
parts of
questions.
Virginia, Christian?
Oh my gosh, tremendous. The Shenandoah Valley? Yeah, nothing like it. Almost heaven. All right.
Almost.
This is my favorite question because I didn't think about it. Which means Alex Hermes is on the cutting edge here. He said, would Kimmer have been better off dropping to a leg and getting the stall call than just cutting Carter? Would have got a stall point, but would have got a restart with 10 left and possible ride out instead of having to get out in 15 seconds or whatever it was. And I think it was like 7 or 12 seconds he had to get out in. I think this is actually smart. Just sell out for the ride out. Make them hit you for stalling or the drop down or whatever.
But the other side of that, Christian, is then potentially Siraki gets the escape anyways, and now he's down by 2. That's the other side of it. That's the scary part.
That is scary, and there are things to be scared of. But I say you go with the ride out, and I think probably the worst case scenario. Well, there is the worst case scenario of the stall and escape, but I think the most likely scenario is he just gets away anyways. I think the stall and escape is like, yeah, worst case, but I think probability wise, it's so much harder to get away in the amount of time he had to get away with the fact that Storaci, you have to also know Storaci has a stall to give as well.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So he could drop down. So the idea that you're going to get away in 7 to 12 seconds.
But then the other thing is when they call stall, they do stop the ride time. So let's say it's at 12 seconds. They give the 5 count. At 17 seconds, they do the stall call. So ride time stops. They probably stop it 2 seconds later. So then Starocci would still have 10 more seconds to potentially try to escape. So I guess Kemmer at that point, if he rides him out, could have accumulated, say, 25 seconds ride time somewhere in there. Potentially.
So
Definitely playing with fire, though.
I'm kind of I'm team just keep riding for this now that I've thought about some more. Alex Hermes, great point. I would like to see him. Maybe that's something we see next time.
Yeah.
Okay. The real Avery Lynch. What should I order at Casey's General Store? Their pizza's great. Get the pizza. I'm a traditionalist. I like the cheese
Breakfast pizza. Breakfast.
Ew.
We had the taco pizza. Then that was the heaviest box of pizza.
I did not like the taco pizza.
No, their regular pizza is good. It was so funny because Caleb doesn't even know the bit about Casey's General Store. They were like, well, we ate it before the duel. He just like ran like, this is really good. So he legitimately liked it. This Miocic AA, I'm thinking blood round. I'm thinking
that's a good choice.
It's a really good weight, man. If it was a different weight, I'm not selling all my stock, as I said, but 12, I think he finds a way on the podium. This guy wants us to choose all our national champions. He's asking for president, that's a nice gesture. Also, albeit scary.
Good idea.
But
it was so much fun.
But I don't think we can do that this show, especially considering it's 9:41 deep in the heart of Texas.
Definitely can.
Dark Killer 175. What is your thoughts on senior nights?
Dark Killer. Ugh.
Should more teams start their seniors on their team that don't get a start? No, man. It's like
you get what you earn.
You know what you should do? You should do is do the extra match gimmick and get your seniors matches and like
there you go.
The coaches
get them extra match.
With that. Do that. That's cool. But man,
that's cool.
These matches are important. This duel is really important. You can't be like thinking about sentiment. And it's not like for Alabama senior night, you can throw in your senior right guard for a snap and it'll be okay. But it's like this is 149 is happening and this is match matter. So I am totally cool with those guys not getting the start, and I don't think coaches should feel anything about that other than do the extra match gimmick.
Fully.
Okay. Eric Lewin, what's the biggest animal Max Murin could not return? So I don't even know if I can say this. I don't even know if I can say this because we have a reality show coming. But I've seen some things with a bull and what's possible, and with jiu-jitsu guys. So I think a bull is possible for someone about.
Hold on, Christian. A bull is already on all four legs. You know that, right? So you're telling me he's got to get it down to his side? This is a baby bull? Are you insane, man?
Baby bull.
It's baby. Like how big of a bull? Because one time, let me tell you a stupid story here. One time, I was with my friend the Urbans in Kentucky, and this is a very long time. But we do a camp there every year at Union County, and Max, who was the oldest kid, he might have been 19 at the time, and he said, "Hey, there's this what the hell do they call it? Something with a damn you gotta stop the bull. You gotta put a saddle on him, and you gotta ride him to the other side. You get a team of 3 people, right?"
Okay.
And he said, "My friends bailed on me," and I said, "Well, I'm not a I can't say the word. I'm not a whatever. I'll get in there with you. I'll do it with you." And I convinced one of the other wrestlers who was coaching with me to do it. Dude, we got there with the bull. This was the stupidest thing I ever did in my life. I couldn't get this bull to do nothing. It was going to kick my ass if it wanted to.
They're strong.
It was huge. It's like until you like try to grab it and feel it, then you're like, oh, this is a terrible idea. What am I freaking doing here in the middle of Kentucky with this bull right now? I'm an idiot.
Sounds great. Yeah. Larry Steele said, would love to see him back arch a kangaroo. Kangaroos are they're very aggressive animals. I don't know if he can back arch a kangaroo. So our answer is we have no answer, but we can speculate about different animals.
But I don't understand.
He could take a small big cat.
You can't wrap around a bull. So how's he going to put him on its side? And one time, I'll tell you another time, my guy Kenny Burleson, Missouri All-American. He tried convincing me that you could go cow tip it. And I was young. I was like 19. I'd never been to the country. And I said, heck yeah, I want to freaking tip a cow. Let's go, baby. Let's do this. I was so pumped up.
Some things are
And then
sturdy.
we went out there, and there was like 20 of them laying down, and there's like one of them standing up. I'm like, Kenny, I'm not an idiot. Like, why are they all laying down and one standing up? He's clearly awake. Like, he's not gonna get fooled by these shenanigans. And he's like, no, man. He's like, some of them just lay down, some of them stand up. I'm like, you know what? I know you're playing me for the fool right now. I'm still gonna go try to tip this cow over. I didn't get close to him. He took off.
Have you ever gone snipe hunting?
Yeah. Well, I was young, like probably 13 on that one. Yes, we did not catch any snipes.
That's a good one. Yeah, I bet you did.
Yeah.
Okay. Last question. Why is there very little scrutiny towards the refereeing in Penn State, Iowa? I felt like there was tons of scrutiny, Paul.
And he did a good job still.
Well, maybe he's talking to you, because I thought there was tons of the entirety of the conversation after the duel was about the calls and the Dean thing and particularly the Strachey Kimmer.
I overruled him on the Kemmer thing, but I think we
overruled him there. And then I was critical on the broadcast of when the stall calls were coming, because I thought they were a little inconsistent from neutral. Like Berge got hit immediately.
Match specifically? Oh, he did get hit really fast, didn't he? You're right.
And which is fine, and we're all for that, but that was not the application for other matches like Strachey's match or DeSanto Roman. He gave a much wider level.
I thought he did a good job overall.
Yeah, he did a good job. JD did a good job. Ben, you did a good okay job. I'll say good job.
Hey, Keith Gothard did a good job. He left us a voicemail the other day. He's one of our top listeners. I think it's a perfect way to end the show.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
I'm fine with that. However, Keith Gothard was ripping Virginia, and I'm not really happy about that. So he's getting lower on the list. But let's play his voicemail before we go.
Hey guys, Keith Gothard, number one listener from Illinois. So I'm sitting here Saturday evening watching Wyoming wrestle Mizzou, and I notice there's like a plastic barrier between scorer/announce table and the wrestling mat. And I think to myself, well, that's weird. Why would that ever be there? And that's when I realized it's because Don Bradley is sitting 2 feet away from that table. Producer Tyler, play the clip.
Oh my god! Oh god!
All right, here we go. You guys still here?
All right.
Oh my gosh, Keith, that was perfect. What a way to end the show with a bang! Truly. Have a great weekend, guys. So much wrestling to watch. Tune in to the watch party. Got a lot of content coming. A lot of Bout at the Ballpark content coming. And yeah, thanks so much for listening. Hope you guys have a great weekend. We'll see you next Tuesday. Come heck or high water. See you then. Thank you and goodbye.